on a notice of motion for proposed removal from office by impeachment of His Excellency RIGATHI Gachagua, EGH, as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Honorable members, pursuant to Article 151B of the Constitution and Standing Orders 64 and 65, I wish to notify the House that I'm in receipt of a notice of a special motion dated Thursday, 26 September 2024, and received on Friday, 27 September 2024, from the member for Kibwezi West, the Honorable Ekomas Mwengi Mutuse MP. The Honorable member seeks a resolution of the House for the removal from office by impeachment of His Excellency RIGATHI Gachagua, EGH, as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya. Honorable members, at the back, take the nearest seats. The nearest, Clive. Yusuf, the nearest seat. Okay. Honorable members, Article 150B, 1B of the Constitution provides as follows, and I quote, "The Deputy President may be removed from office on impeachment, 1, on the ground of a gross violation of a provision of this Constitution or any other law, 2, where there are serious reasons to believe that the Deputy President has committed a crime under national or international law, or 3, for gross misconduct." Honorable members, the notice of the special motion by the member for Kibwezi West seeks a resolution of the House for the removal from office by impeachment of our Deputy President on the grounds specified under Article 151B of the Constitution and sets out the particulars in respect of each ground. Honorable members, the special motion before the House presents an unprecedented constitutional moment in our democracy. Without doubt, it summons this House to test for the first time under the 2010 Constitution the provisions of our Constitution relating to the removal from office by impeachment of the Deputy President. It will be recalled that during the term of the 6th Parliament, on 27th April 1989, the then member for Embakasi, the Honorable David Mwenje, successfully moved the House to pass a vote of no confidence in the then Vice President and Minister for Home Affairs, the Honorable Josephat Karanja. The motion received an affirmative resolution of the House. Honorable members, it's instructive to note that upon the promulgation of the new Constitution of Kenya in August 2010, the then office of the Vice President assumed a new clothing as the office of the Deputy President. This new clothing embedded in it a new manner of election, assumption of office, and removal from office of the second in command. Whereas the previous Constitution conferred upon the President the power to appoint and remove the Vice President, the Constitution of Kenya 2010 shifted the removal of the Deputy President to Parliament. This lays the ground for the notice of the special motion by the member for Kibwezi West. Honorable members, Standing Order 64.2 relating to removal by impeachment requires the Speaker to dispose of a special motion within 3 days of receipt of notice by a member. Standing Order 64.2 as read in the light of Articles 259, 5 and 6 of the Constitution gives the Speaker the deadline of today, Tuesday, 1st October 2024, to notify the House of receipt of the special motion and its admissibility or otherwise. Honorable members, having notified the House of the special motion, I'll now highlight the preliminary procedural and legal requirements relating to the processing a special motion for removal from office by impeachment of the Deputy President. Members at the bar, take the nearest seats. Take the nearest seats. Honorable, take your nearest seats. Order. 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 Wamumbi, take the nearest seat. Order, honorable members. Order. Order. Honorable members, Article 152 of the Constitution, order. Article 152 of the Constitution provides that the provisions of Article 145 of the Constitution shall apply with the necessary modifications the removal from office by impeachment of the Deputy President. In particular, Article 145(1) of the Constitution provides that a member of the National Assembly, supported by at least 1/3 of all the members, may move a motion for impeachment of the President on the grounds of gross violation of a provision of the Constitution or any law where there are serious reasons for believing that the President has committed a crime under national or international law or for gross misconduct. Procedurally, Standing Order 64(1) provides that before giving notice of a motion under Article 150 of the Constitution, a member shall deliver to the clerk a copy of the proposed motion in writing, stating the grounds and particulars in terms of Article 145(1) of the Constitution upon which the proposed motion is made, signed by the member and signed in support by at least 1/3 of all the members of the House. Further, honorable members, Standing Order 64(1)A lays out the criteria for admissibility of grounds for removal from state office. For clarity, Standing Order 64(1)A states, and I quote, "The grounds specified in a motion under this standing order shall be admissible if A, framed clearly to particularize and disclose a gross violation of the Constitution or other written law, where gross violation of the Constitution or other written law is indicated as a ground for the intended removal. B, stating with precision the provisions of the Constitution or other written law that are alleged to have been grossly violated, where gross violation of the Constitution or other written law is indicated as a ground for the intended removal, and C, accompanied by necessary evidence, including annexures or sworn testimonies in respect of the allegations. The foregoing procedural and legal requirements for the processing special motions are buttressed by precedents and jurisprudence in various speakers' rulings and court decisions. Honorable members, today, I refrain from restating the jurisprudence and focus on determining the admissibility of the notice of the proposed special motion filed by the member for Kibwezi West. In determining the admissibility of the special motion, I'm required to examine its form, threshold, framing of the grounds, and attachment of the necessary evidence. Standing Order 64(1) provides for the criteria for determining whether the proposed motion meets the requirements of the Constitution and the standing orders as to form and the threshold. On form, it should, A, be in writing, B, state the grounds and particulars in terms of Articles 151B of the Constitution upon which the proposed motion is made, and C, be signed by the member, and D, be signed in support by at least 1/3 of all the members of the Assembly. Having examined the notice of the special motion by the member for Kibwezi West, I find that the special motion meets the requirements relating to form and threshold set out in the Articles 145(1) and 151(b) of the Constitution and Standing Order 64(1). I have also satisfied myself that the number of members who have appended their signatures in support of the special motion exceed the minimum threshold of 117 members in this House. Honorable members, with regard to admissibility of the grounds set out in the special motion, I am guided by Standing Order 64(1)A, which provides that the grounds specified in a special motion shall be admissible if A, framed clearly to particularize and disclose a gross violation of the Constitution or other written law, where gross violation of the Constitution or other written law is indicated as a ground for the intended removal. B, stating with precision the provisions of the Constitution or other written law that are alleged to have been grossly violated, where gross violation of the Constitution or other written law is indicated as a ground for the intended removal. And C, accompanied by necessary evidence, including annexures or sworn testimonies in respect of the allegations. Honorable members, having examined the proposed special motion, I note that in keeping with the requirements of Article 151(b) of the Constitution and Standing Order 64(1)A, the member has stated 11 grounds for removal from office by impeachment of His Excellency the Deputy President. In addition, I do note that the special motion as submitted to my office also contains the particulars upon which the member seeks to move the House to consider the special motion. Honorable members, with respect to evidence, the member has attached documents including annexures and a sworn affidavit to substantiate the grounds stated in the special motion. Consequently, honorable members, I find that the proposed special motion by the Honorable Ekomas Mwengi Mutuse MP meets the requirements of Articles 145(1) and 151(b) of the Constitution and Standing Order 64 and 65 with regard to form, threshold, and grounds necessary for a member to move a special motion for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of the Deputy President. Honorable members, having determined that the special motion is admissible, let me now focus on the next steps of giving notice of the special motion to the House. Standing Order 47(4)A provides that with respect to a motion for removal of a person from office, a member shall give notice of motion in the House within 3 sitting days following approval by the Speaker. In the circumstances, therefore, the member for Kibwezi West ought to give notice of his special motion either today or tomorrow. Given the nature of the timelines applicable to this special motion, I will, at order number 6, that is notices of motion, accord an opportunity to the member for Kibwezi West to give the notice of the special motion. Thereafter, I'll give further guidance to the House on the next steps to take. The House is accordingly guided. I thank you. Honorable Gladys Boss, are you ready? We'll go back to order number 5 for the Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House today, Thursday, 26 September 2024. Report of the Kenyan delegation to the 64th session of the OACPS Parliamentary Assembly and the first session of Luanda, Angola, from the 17th to the 21st of February 2024. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Order. Order, honorable members. Order. Member for Budalangi. Order. Take your seats. Order. Member for Navajo, take your seats. Order, honorable members, order. Order number 6, Honorable Sholay.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion. That this House notes the report of the Kenyan delegation to the 64th session of the OACPS Parliamentary Assembly and the first session of the OACPS EU Joint Parliamentary Assembly held in Luanda, Angola from the 17th to the 21st of February 2024, laid on the table of this House on Thursday, 26 September 2024. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The Honorable Mutuse.